Hey guys, it's JJ Shawver, and if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, why do I still feel stuck? Why do I know what to do, but I just don't do it? I want you to know something. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not smart enough. It's not even because of your past. The real reason most people stay stuck is because their brain has normalized struggle. And unless you understand the science behind the transformation and how it connects with the truth of scripture, you're going to keep circling the same mountain for years. All right? Let me take you behind the curtain. Your brain is wired for one, let me repeat, one primary thing: survival, not greatness, not growth, safety. Okay? So when you go through disappointment, when you go through trauma, when you go through rejection, or even years of just barely getting by, what happens is your brain starts reinforcing neural pathways to keep you in what it knows, even if what it knows is pain. Okay? Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. That's when your brain literally reshapes itself around the patterns that you repeat. So if you've been stuck in fear, if you're always fearful, if you're procrastinating, if you're always doubting yourself, it's not just emotional. I promise. It's biological. Your brain's default mode network, the system that runs when you're not consciously focused, that subconscious, starts to replay the same mental loops on autopilot. Okay? I always mess up. I'm just not a leader. I'll never have what they have, what it takes. And those loops, they wire your identity. And identity, it drives everything: your decisions, your standards, your energy, your future. And here's the kicker: your brain is not trying to destroy you, it's trying to protect you, okay, from risk. It doesn't want you to get hurt. It doesn't want you to fail. But what it calls risk is often just growth in disguise. Now let's talk real, because even the smartest neuroscience in the world, they can't explain away the spiritual warfare, okay, going on behind the scenes. Ephesians 6 verse 12 tells us that we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but principalities, powers, and spiritual forces. The enemy knows. If he can't keep you stuck in your mind, he's going to keep you stuck in your calling. Okay? If he can convince you that you're not enough, he's going to do that. He'll distract you from that truth that Christ has put in you that's more than enough. If he can keep you operating in shame, you're never going to step into the freedom that Jesus already paid for, right? When he walked up the mountain, when he got crucified on the cross for us. So yes, this is about brain science, but it's also about the battle for your belief system. Romans 12 verse 2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. God knew that the science, he already knew the science before the scientists discovered it. Change your thoughts, change your brain, change your life. So how do you get unstuck for real? Not with hype, not with more YouTube videos, but with intentional living. Neuroscience principle number 1, uno, pattern interruption. Your brain thrives on repetition. So we disrupt that loop. Start catching those automatic thoughts, those habitual thoughts, the moments that you think, I can't. Say out loud, this is not my story anymore. Catch yourself and rewrite that. That simple act interrupts a signal. It's like throwing a wrench in a machine that's been running unchecked for years. Right? Neuroscience principle number 2, visualization and identity priming. You need to stop visualizing your fears. I know it's hard, but start training your mind to see the future that God placed in your heart. Okay, close your eyes and ask, how does the confidence, healed, bold version of me move forward? Your brain doesn't know the difference between a memory and a vivid imagined future, okay? It fires up the same neurons either way. So if you can close your eyes and if you can vividly imagine the way that your life looks, boy, it does wonders. And then biblical principle number 3, speak life. Proverbs 18 verse 21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death. Your words are steering the ship. You've been prophesizing your own stuckness, if you will. It's time to prophesy freedom. Prophecy it. Say it with me. I am free. I am strong. And I am walking in power and purpose. You might not believe it yet, but keep saying it because your belief follows your words. Listen, I promise your story isn't over. And your stuck season, it's not a life sentence. It's just a signal. You gotta rewire that loop. A signal that's time to take back your focus, time to rewire your mind, time to walk in the truth that God already declared over you, over me, over everyone. You were not created to live in survival mode. You were created for domination, for freedom, for leadership, for transformation. So don't just watch this and move on. Declare it today. I am taking my mind back. Drop it in the comments if you're all in. I'm JJ Shawver, and I'll say this until the day I die. You can live an unshakable life, but only if you do it on purpose. Let's go, baby.